Good evening and welcome back to the kitchen. I'm going to fix us a casserole for supper today. I like casseroles and it's rainy outside. I'd like a pot of soup, but I think I'm going to do a casserole. And yeah, we eat a lot of chicken and I love rice. This is another recipe from our cousin Wafa that lived in Roebling, Louisiana. And what you do, and I've got everything prepped. I've got my oven preheated to 350. I've got my 9x13 pan sprayed with cooking spray. I melted 1 stick of butter in the skillet and I'm sauteing off a small to medium onion chopped until it gets translucent. And then I will pour that into my pan. And then I will add, the other ingredient is 1 can each of cream of celery, cream of chicken, cream of mushroom soup, and 1 cup of milk. And I've got that all stirred together in my measuring bowl here. I will put that in over the onions and butter, and then I'll sprinkle in 1 cup of raw rice on top of that, and then I'll season my chicken breast and I will lay it on top of the rice, cover it with foil and bake it at 275 for about 2 hours. But I will check it prior to the 2. That's what the recipe says, but I never have to cook it that long. So I will check my chicken with a thermometer for the internal temperature, and I'll see if my rice is tender. And however long it takes for that to happen is when it's done, and I'll tell y'all how long I cooked it. I seasoned my chicken breast with just salt and fresh cracked black pepper and a little onion and garlic powder. So my onions have just about cooked long enough or sauteed long enough, and I'm just going to pour them, and that was with 1 stick of butter, pour them into my 9x13 and just kind of spread it around. And now I will add my soup mixture. Now you can put as much chicken in here as you can fit in your pan on the top. I just thawed 1 little package of, I had taken a couple of chicken breasts and cut them into tenders. And that's what I'm using because there's no use in putting a bunch in it. It's just me and Troy. And I'm just going to spread that around a little bit. It's easy, y'all. And then I'm just going to lay my chicken pieces on top of the rice. Get over there and make room. I'm going to cover this with foil, and I'm going to get it into a 275-degree oven for about 2 hours, or until the internal temperature of the chicken is right and the rice is done. It could take a little bit more and a little bit less. We'll see. Okay, y'all, here's the casserole all finished. And I'll plate some up and show you. That chicken it just comes all to pieces. It really cooked for about 2 hours and 20 minutes. Okay, here it is all plated up and delicious. The chicken is so tender. Another little tip, when you sprinkle your rice in, I would take a spoon and gently stir it to where all of it is down in the liquid, and then lay my chicken around on it. You don't want to get a little bite of crunchy rice every now and then. You want it to all be under the liquid where it'll absorb the moisture and cook really well. Hey y'all, I'm going to take me a bite of this casserole. I just love chicken and rice. The chicken, you can just break it off with your fork. Get me a bite of the rice. That flavor's amazing. Very, very good. Y'all need to try this one too. It's a good one. I like to get recipes from my kin folks that I can think about them when I cook them. This one's a keeper. I'll make this again. The thing about it, when you do a casserole like this, when you warm it up, you can always throw in, like, drain a can of Rotel tomatoes and put in it, or whatever you want, and sprinkle a little cheese on the top, reheat it in the oven, and you got a whole new casserole. If you don't tell somebody, they will know you didn't just make a new casserole, because it's you can always change it up, make 2 meals out of one. Hope y'all will try it. You need to get you some food on your table. Call your family around. Start planning your Thanksgiving meals. Right now, start trying out recipes and see what's new that you want to put on the table. Or if you haven't been the one to cook Thanksgiving dinner before, start practicing. Your family will be real glad to eat your mistakes. Y'all getting ready for the holidays, make your little book, put your little recipes in it, and that way you'll feel confident in yourself when the time comes to fix it for your guest. Y'all have a blessed day. Come back here tomorrow and we'll learn something new. Good Lord bless you.